Currently, the Newman family is caught up in a more dangerous situation on The Young and the Restless. The festive cheer takes a dark turn as Victoria's daughter, Claire, falls victim to the crazy villain Jordan. Yes, you read that right. Jordan has recently kidnapped Claire from the hospital and is now demanding Nikki in exchange for Claire's release. This surprising demand has put Victoria in a tough position, as she can neither lose her mother nor her daughter. Now Victoria has to decide if she should give up Nikki to get Claire back or let Claire stay with Jordan. However, there are rumors circulating that Victoria might take a drastic step to save them both. Will she commit murder? Let's delve in and find out. In the recent episode of The Young and the Restless, the Newman family faces another tough situation. Jordan, the crazy villain, came back and took Claire, which left Victoria with a really tough decision to make. The family's problem started at Thanksgiving when Victor, Nikki, Nick, and Victoria were held hostage in Oregon by Claire and Jordan. Even though Claire had a change of heart and they were saved, the family didn't get a break. They had to deal with finding out Claire was really their long-lost daughter, Nikki struggling with drinking more, and Victor trying to keep everyone safe. As Christmas gets closer, things are getting even more intense. Victoria discovers that Claire is missing from the mental health facility, and the only clue is Jordan's bracelet. Victoria freaks out and tries to figure out what happened. She then reaches out to the security team in Cole for help. In a surprising twist, Jordan calls Nikki, makes fun of her struggles with staying sober, and informs she has Claire. But here's the catch. Jordan wants Victoria to give up Nikki if she wants Claire back. This idea horrifies Nikki. Now things get even more complicated. The Young and the Restless speculations say that Nikki might decide to give herself up without telling Victoria about Jordan's demand. Alone at the Newman ranch, Nikki thinks about making a trade that could leave both her and Claire in Jordan's hands. But if Nikki gives herself up and Jordan agrees, the Newman family will be in chaos. However, there might be a silver lining. Claire and Nikki, held together, could find a way to escape Jordan. Now Victoria, torn between her daughter and her mom, will get really mad when she finds out about Jordan's plan. Fans believe she might do anything to save her family, even things she never thought she would. Victoria might take a dark path, with Victor's security team helping her track down Jordan. The big question is whether Victoria will go as far as killing Jordan to save her family. Looking back at Nikki and Nick being willing to do anything to protect the family, it's not crazy to think Victoria might do something extreme. As the story unfolds, there's another twist to consider. What if Nikki doesn't fall into Jordan's trap? Even if that happens, Victoria might still go all out to save her daughter, maybe even resorting to murder. One thing's for sure. If Victoria goes through with killing Jordan, it's going to make the story even more complicated. If Claire finds out her real mom killed the woman who raised her, it could lead to a lot of emotional problems for the Newman family. So stick around to see what's coming up next. In the heart of Genoa City, where the extravagant lifestyles of the rich and powerful intertwine, the Newman family reigns supreme. The sprawling mansion, adorned with opulence and secrets, stood as a silent witness to the tumultuous lives of its residents. Victoria Newman, the resilient and ambitious daughter of Victor Newman, found herself at the center of a storm that threatened to shatter the delicate balance of the young and the restless. The sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the Newman estate. Victoria sat alone in her dimly lit office, a room filled with the scent of power and intrigue. The flickering light of a solitary desk lamp illuminated her face, revealing a steely determination that had replaced the once youthful innocence. Her sharp blue eyes, once mirrors of vulnerability, now held a cold, calculated gleam. Victoria's life had been a roller coaster of love, betrayal, and ambition. The recent arrival of Jordan Wilde, a charming entrepreneur with a mysterious past, had sent shockwaves through the Newman clan. His entry had stirred up emotions Victoria thought were long buried, and the currents of desire threatened to pull her into uncharted waters. As Victoria pondered her next move, memories of her tumultuous romantic history unfolded like a tragic novel. The ghost of G.T. Hellstrom, her abusive ex-husband, still lingered in the shadows of her mind. The wounds from that dark chapter were still healing, and the scars served as a constant reminder of the fragility of love. The arrival of Jordan had reignited a flame that Victoria desperately wanted to extinguish, but the allure of the forbidden was too powerful to resist. Victoria's fingers danced across the keyboard of her laptop, digging into the depths of the internet to unearth Jordan's secrets. What she discovered sent shockwaves through her core. Jordan was not who he claimed to be. His charm and charisma were but a facade, concealing a past riddled with deceit, crime, and an unsolved murder. A darkness descended upon Victoria as she unraveled the web of lies surrounding Jordan. Her mind, once fueled by ambition and the desire to protect her family's legacy, now became a breeding ground for vengeance. The tendrils of rage entwined with her heart, transforming the once composed Harris into a woman driven by a dangerous thirst for justice. The Newman mansion, bathed in moonlight, stood as a silent witness to Victoria's descent into the abyss. In the cold solitude of her office, she hatched a plan to expose Jordan for the fraud he was and ensure he paid for the sins of his past. Her fingers traced the outline of a sleek pistol, an instrument of justice she believed was necessary to cleanse the stain he brought upon her family. The next morning, the sun rose over Genoa City, casting its golden glow upon the facade of the Newman estate. Unbeknownst to the rest of the family, Victoria had set her plan into motion. She orchestrated a meeting with Jordan, luring him into the heart of the mansion, where the dark secrets of the Newman legacy were concealed. As Jordan stepped into the dimly lit room, the air thickened with tension. Victoria, her eyes veiled with determination, confronted him with the damning evidence she had uncovered. His charming smile faltered, replaced by a cold sweat that betrayed the guilt he sought to conceal. In the shadows, Victoria's hand tightened around the cold metal of the pistol concealed beneath her elegant attire. Her voice, once filled with vulnerability, now echoed with a chilling resolve as she confronted the man who had infiltrated her life. "You thought you could waltz into our lives, deceiving us with your lies and secrets," Victoria hissed, her eyes piercing through Jordan's defenses. "But I know who you are." Jordan wiled. The charade ends now. As Victoria exposed Jordan's criminal past, a sinister silence enveloped the room. The weight of truth hung heavy in the air, threatening to crush the fragile facade Jordan had crafted. The shadows danced on the walls, mirroring the turmoil within Victoria's soul. In a shocking turn of events, Victoria revealed the pistol, its cold steel glinting in the dim light. The room echoed with gasps of disbelief as the Newman family, drawn by the unfolding drama, bore witness to a side of Victoria they had never imagined. "You can't escape the consequences of your actions, Jordan," Victoria declared, her finger inching towards the trigger. The line between justice and vengeance blurred as she contemplated the irreversible choice she was about to make. The air hung heavy with suspense as the Newman family, frozen in shock, watched Victoria teeter on the edge of darkness. The echoes of her tumultuous past reverberated through the mansion, and the legacy of the young and the restless stood at a crossroads. In that pivotal moment, Victoria faced a choice that would define her legacy: to succumb to the darkness that threatened to consume her or to rise above the shadows, embracing a path of redemption. The young and restless Harris, fueled by the ghosts of her past, stood at the precipice of a fateful decision that would resonate through the halls of the Newman estate for generations to come.